Welcome back. It's great to see you. Thank you for checking out the next episode of Good News for Gaming. There's a lot of bad news out there, but hey, if you're interested in spending some time just talking about good news, good recent news, and you're at the right place, this is episode 5. Can't believe we're at the 5th episode already. Let's jump right into it. Thanks for checking this out on my YouTube. Please click subscribe. Leave me a comment if you like the content. Not a lot of people watch this, but that's all right. Like I told my Twitch chat, if only a few people get a smile from just watching through this, that's all I ask. That's all I hope for. So let's get started with good news. Wrong button. In Gaming episode 5. It's all good. Thank you for coming by. All right, we're going to glance through the internet. First of all, I found this one earlier, and then someone actually sent it to me. Gamers save a teammate's dog. I thought this was fantastic news. If my computer was cooperating, I might need a reboot. I've been doing too much work today. Gamers help save a fellow teammate's dog. Now, come on. How good is this? This is on rRainbow6 on Reddit. Thank you, random R6 players who saved my dog in real life today. I was in ranked on Villa, Suddenly I could hear my dog hacking and choking behind me as I threw off my headset saying, "My dog's choking, holy." It came unplugged from my controller. I ran over to my dog in a panic. What do? I hear from my TV, hold his legs in the air and hit him on the back. Said loudly a few times by a couple of the teammates who I assume queued together. Thank you guys, literally saved my dog's life. Come on! Gamers, playing Rainbow Six, save a dude's dog's life. That's pretty cool news. Like, that made me smile, man. It's like gamers always got your back, you know? We're kind of mean to each other sometimes, and we can be pretty toxic and angry when we're tilting. But hey, there's a dog's life on the line, and gamers came through. Look at all the awards up here, and yeah, I thought that was fantastic news. That's number 1. Number 2 is a great one. It's really raised my spirits this week, and I was happy to play a small part of it. Todos for kinzit. Now, if those of you that don't know, kinzit is a gamer from Chile. He actually plays on a team from Argentina, and his house burned to the ground, and his family was just left penniless. They lost everything, and his team actually reached out to me on my Instagram, which you can check out. It's also Jason BW Lake, and said, "Hey, I don't know what you can do. We're going to run a charity event, and we're going to have a Counter-Strike Day and a Valorant Day, and just accept donations, and all the donations are going to go to help the family." And I'm like, "That's really cool. You know, send me the link when you tweet it." So they did, and I tweeted it out. "Hey, if anyone in Latin America can support this, you know, I'd appreciate it." And then I did a little video in Spanish, probably really bad Spanish, for Kinzit, just saying, "Hey, you know, hang in there. Things will turn around for you." And then they did their stream today, and I popped in and said hello. So it was just, come here, come on, there we go. It was really cool what this team did. It's Procyon team, Procyon team is them on Twitter. And here's just what I'm saying. I hope fans from Argentina and other SA countries will rally to support the event. This is Kinzit. And it was very, very cool. It was good news. And shout out, hat tip to Procyon for stepping in, seeing a gamer in their community that had this tragedy. There's so many around the world right now. We can't help everyone, of course, but you know, I think it's really cool how they stepped in to help one of their own, and they raised thousands and thousands to help this family out during this time. So you know what, fantastic. Really, really proud of Legend Procyon is the CEO over there, and I was happy to play a small part. Here's me speaking some poor Spanish, kind of trying to encourage him. And the Latin American community reached out to me. It was crazy. There was 1,000 likes on this, and muchas gracias por mis amigos, and buena suerte, Kinzit. Very, very good stuff. That's good news in gaming. Gamers looking out for each other and helping each other. Number 3, Blizzcon is going virtual. Now, you know, some people might say, what's the big deal? Am I going to get this to go? I should have rebooted my computer before the show. BlizzCon is a beloved event that's held in Anaheim. I've been to multiple BlizzCons. And obviously, with everything that's going on in our world right now, you can't have a giant convention this year. But Activision Blizzard has confirmed during its financial call that it will host a virtual BlizzCon event. Now, a lot of people that can't make it to BlizzCon, it's very expensive to go. And then you have to, just for the ticket, then you have travel, and then you got to stay, close to the Anaheim Hilton. And if you've never gone, once our current situation passes, you have to check out the Anaheim Hilton Bar. It's like one of the most legendary places in esports history. So many deals and good times have happened there. But it was canceled, which is a bummer. But good news in gaming is it's going to come back. And a lot of people that don't attend anyway have really cool digital experiences interacting with BlizzCon. So I think this is a really neat thing that they're doing. I think it'll be good news that people will be able to virtually attend. I'm sure there'll be chat rooms and all kinds of cool stuff, and maybe panels and information and game trailers and all the cool stuff that they do. We won't have a lot of the cosplay. Maybe they'll figure out a way. But I thought that was good news. Good stuff all around. And I'm looking forward to attending BlizzCon digitally. Number 4. High School Esports League expands to Southeast Asia. As we've seen esports kind of come into its own, we've seen collegiate esports become a larger and larger force in the global esports scene, which I find to be fantastic. I really, really do. I'm a huge believer in collegiate esports. And then they started offering scholarships. So high schools are like, high schools are always looking for ways to help their students get scholarships so they can afford to go to college, which is a great thing to do. Why am I on the wrong screen? Oh, I posted the wrong link again. We're back on BlizzCon coming. Anyway, so we won't have a link for this one because I did this in a rush over my lunch hour. High School Esports League is actually expanding to Australia and New Zealand. In Southeast Asia, which is going to offer a more structured and organized way for high school esports to form in that part of the world. And I find that's great news. The emergence and the explosion, frankly, of high school esports and providing that root system, I think, is incredibly important. For years, we only had the pro scene, and it was pretty small and niche at that. And then collegiate started to really expand at an exponential rate, and that has caused the high school esports leagues to expand at an incredibly quick rate. And the more roots we have in esports to develop that interest and to develop younger people and give them opportunity, I think that's really, really great news. And I pasted the wrong link in here. And that's the first time that's happened in the show. And that is why you must check your work, friends. Should have checked my work, but I was too busy to go back over this. My apologies. Number 5, Asian esports revenue upwards of $500 million. This was submitted on my Discord. Appreciate this very much for the submission. This is from the Esports Observer. Report suggests that Asian esports revenue was upwards of $500 million in 2019. The report by the leading market research firm Nico Partners suggests that 2019 esports revenue in Asia was $519 million US dollars, which is 50% of the global esports revenue. I think this is great news because growing revenues signals a healthy ecosystem. As it's no secret, a lot of firms and companies in esports are still operating with what I call kind of the startup stage, where you're kind of burning through capital to grab market share before you eventually get profitable, which is the goal for every business, right? We see this in Silicon Valley. Facebook wasn't profitable immediately. Twitter sure as hell wasn't profitable. Uber's not profitable. A lot of huge firms in Silicon Valley plow money into grabbing that market share and building that brand value with plan for future profitability. So when we see revenues rising exponentially, I think it's a very healthy sign for the global esports ecosystem. This article's in the Esports Observer, and I think it's just really, really good news. If we see revenues declining or articles coming out like, uh-oh, that would obviously not be good news. So the reverse is true, and I thought this was fantastic news, and that's why it's number 5. Number 6, Twitch to support minorities in esports. Anna on my Discord sent me this one, I believe. Twitch to support minorities in esports with League for HBCU and more. Minorities in esports are not represented with near the diligence and respect that they should be. I think that's accurate. It sounds like Twitch is going to try to fix that with attention to several HBCUs in America. They're historically black colleges and universities, hence that handy acronym. Twitch's goal is to promote the inclusion of minorities in the gaming sphere. Awesome. Serious. The representation is important. So let's see about fixing that. The Titanic platform has planned an esports program for these HBCUs and is being done in partnership with Community with an X, a nonprofit in Atlanta. It's definitely an idea whose time has come. Surely bring some loudmouth troglodytes out of hiding. This is interesting the way they wrote it, but heck with them. Let's bring some diversity to esports. Absolutely. Absolutely. 83% of black teens play games, but 68% of content creators are white. So no matter how you look at this, I think this is a great effort by Twitch. Constantly expanding diversity in our community is healthy and good for our community. So, hat tip, salute. Another great initiative by our friends over at Twitch. That's number 6. Number 7, I love this one. We talked about cheating a little bit on this show and how I think busting cheaters is good news for gaming. Can't stand cheaters. This is a story about a vigilante who hunts down cheaters. I'm like, how in the world did I find this? I thought it was good news. It's recent news, I believe. So let's check it out. If my computer wants to cooperate. There we go. I got to reboot before we play games tonight. This is on Vice, and I think this is awesome. Look at this little vigilante picture, the binoculars. The vigilante hunting down cheaters in video games. This 24-year-old Iraqi who lives in London has spent 2 years hunting cheaters in Overwatch and Valorant. There we go. Getting thousands of cheaters banned and helping gaming companies improve their games. Thousands. How's this dude get thousands? Seem to have superpowers in May in Valorant. Every time they fire their guns, they hit their opponents right in the head, killing them quickly. That's what it feels like when I play. I feel like my head is the size of a watermelon, just instant headshots. But anyway, these people were cheating. They couldn't miss. In some way, these players did have superpowers. They were using cheats. For the 5-on-5 tactical shooter, the cheat was essentially a program that hacked the video game and subverted its rules by exploiting flaws in the game's code. While Riot continues to fight cheaters across this game, that particular cheat is no longer available thanks to a vigilante who works around the clock to catch cheaters and their tools, reporting them to companies like Riot or Blizzard, the makers of Overwatch. He's not employed by any game developer. He should be. If he's busted thousands of cheaters, he should turn that into a career. You know what I mean? Like, get a job wherever's going to pay him the most. Anyway. He doesn't get paid for his work. I guess that's why he's a vigilante. But he does devote a great deal of time and energy to stopping cheaters. I'm afraid I'll say it wrong. Mohammed Al-Sharifi? Hope I said that wrong. But he's best known as GamerDoc. And that's his Twitter. It's GamerDoc. D-O-C. This 24-year-old from London is becoming an important player in the never-ending battle against cheaters. I just think it's fantastic. No game is unhackable. No cheat is undetectable. GamerDoc said in a phone interview. It's just a matter of how and where. I just hate cheaters in general. I think it's selfish to have all the fun for yourself. Hell to the yes, GamerDoc brother. Preach it. Absolutely love it. So anyway, hat tip, applause to GamerDoc. Go after the cheaters. Burn them all down to the ground. Ban them, ban them, ban them. I think it's fantastic. If you're out there, it's GamerDoc. Job well done, my friend. I'm a big fan. Number 8, League Finals in Shanghai. Now, any other year, this wouldn't actually be that big a deal, right? It wouldn't be bad news, but it wouldn't be good news either. But in 2020, any LAN event is fantastic news. If done carefully and intelligently and properly, of course, which we know our friends at League of Legends will do. League World Championship will be held in Shanghai starting in September. Riot says it'll take precautions and early rounds won't have in-person audiences. Even though many esports tournaments have been postponed or canceled, Riot announced they're going to Shanghai September 25 to October 31st in Pudong Soccer Stadium. The company says by hosting the event at one site rather than several, they'll be able to closely control the environment. The company says it will rely on local guidelines to decide whether to allow an in-person audience for the finals. We continue to use guidance from various health organizations, local and national authorities to prioritize the safety of our players, fans, and everyone involved in bringing worlds to life, Riot said. So anyway, you can find this article on The Verge, and I think it's fantastic news. Hopefully they'll be able to do some kind of NBA bubble type of situation. Everyone coming in has to be tested. Then you're going to be retested, and you can't leave the quarantine. So we can have some LAN gaming and esports again. I really hope ESL and Blast, some of the groups over in Europe, will be able to figure out a safe and healthy way to do this, whether it's in Malta or Cologne or whatever it is. I think this is great news. Number 9. This one made me laugh. I don't know how good it is, but if it makes you smile, it's good to me. Also on The Verge. Wait a minute, did I do it again? Oh my gosh. I did it again. You know what? We're going to find this. Twice, man. Twice today. Here we go. Okay, here we go. I got it. You can now boot a Windows 95 PC inside Minecraft and play Doom on it. So you're in Minecraft. You can run a Windows 95 PC. So you're in a video game, playing a video game. It's like Inception or something. So you're in your little house hanging out in Minecraft. Hey, let's play video games. Like we're going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the Matrix, man. If you've ever wanted to build a real working Windows 95 PC, now is the time. A new VM Computers mod has been created for Minecraft that allows players to order computer parts from a satellite orbiting around a Minecraft world. You're ordering from a satellite. And build a computer that actually boots Windows 95 and a variety of other operating systems. The mod uses VirtualBox, free and open source virtual machine software. I hope it's not easy to hack, people, but open source. To run operating systems like 95. Within Minecraft, you simply place a PC case block and use it to create a virtual hard drive to install operating systems from iOS or ISO files. Naturally, the Minecraft community has been experimenting. There's bound to be a lot more experimentation. Oh no, not everything people look at on PCs is probably appropriate for Minecraft. Hopefully, Anyway, this is a good news show. Getting Windows 95 and Doom running is the ultimate test for any mod or hack, right? I remember back in the day, you should try to play Doom like on the old push-button cell phones and stuff. It's like always the first step when you're trying to do any kind of thing like this, any technology and another piece of technology, they always go back to Doom. So this made me smile. Doom running on a Minecraft PC, and you can read the article over on The Verge. I thought that was cool. Good, happy news. Number 10, video game artist, raises thousands for mental health charity. I thought some good charitable news today, because you know how much I love when gaming and gamers and esports and streamers use their platforms for good. And I'm going to close some of these tabs so we don't get all bogged down here. Colchester video game artist raises thousands for the Haven Project. Video game artist Ashley Sparling hosted a 12-hour live stream of him at work for charity. Ashley, hat tip, applause from the Good News in Gaming show. So he collected £1,245 in donations following a YouTube live stream on Friday, which goes to the Colchester charity, The Haven. It's a mental health project. I read the article. I have a family member who's part of the project, and I've seen how it helps people. Again, this is an artist filming his work, streaming his work, and raising funds for a local mental health effort. And I think that's fantastic. And we love to see this sort of thing on the Good News and Gaming Show. And this is a gazette-news.co.uk. Number 11, one special game artwork competition. This is on Gamasutra. This is from Oxford. Gamers Charity Special Effect today launched a new community artwork competition that aims to celebrate a selection of iconic video games. The One Special Game Initiative is now accepting submissions in partnership with a select popular gaming franchises, including Mass Effect and Stardew Valley. To get into the details of this, I suggest you check out Gamasutra. There's just August 4th, yesterday, this came out. The competition invites artists and designers and da-da-da-da. We have a great artist in our community on my Discord, Hannah. Each of the 4 video games were hand-selected. Alternative takes on movie posters have been a thing for a long time now, and we want to bring that creativity to video games through One Special Game, said organizer Stephen Hay. Stephen, hat tip, applause. We've carefully selected the 4 games, had the blessing of their creators and publishers, so we're excited to see what beautiful images are submitted. Plus, we'll give people the chance to own them and raise funds for an amazing charity at the same time. Boom! That's what I'm talking about, Steven. Well done. Well done. So you're using art around video games to raise money for charity. Absolutely love it. Very well done. And we're off to number 12. Another charity, because they're always good news when people are spending their time, their energy, their effort, giving of what they have to help other people. That's always good news in these challenging times. The Able Gamers charity assists in cultivating a more inclusive gaming industry by launching its developers promoting accessibility and diversity D-pad initiative. Gamasutra, holy smokes, that is one tongue-twisting, long-ass title. But it's good news anyway. Charlestown, West Virginia, August 4, just yesterday, Able Gamers Charity, the leading charity organization enabling people play to combat social isolation and foster inclusive communities for people with disabilities, is incredibly excited to announce the launch of D-pad, Developers Promoting Accessibility and Diversity Initiative. That's cool. The D-pad initiative will focus on granting marginalized developers, including devs who are disabled, of color, women, or members of LGBTQIA plus community, free access to a session of the Accessible Player Experience Practitioner course. So they're giving them free access to a course. Launched in October 2019, developed around APX design tool. The course has already been used to train over 100 developers across major studios in the gaming industry. The course aids to guide developers on cultivating a culture of accessibility within their development teams and teaching developers how to apply player research-driven design patterns to identify accessibility barriers and ideate assistive solutions early in the game development process. So I think that's super cool. It's a lot of fancy words and tongue twisters for this late in the day. But it's very good news. And this D-pad initiative sounds absolutely amazing. Accessibility and diversity, once again. Hat tip, applause. Very well done to the Able Gamers charity. And we're off. Number 13. Papa Gabe. Anyone know who Papa Gabe is? Supports the land for charity. This one made me smile. Anybody that follows gaming news should know, that the king of video games has been stuck in New Zealand ever since all this mess started in 2020. Gabe Newell is Papa Gabe, the founder and boss man. How many times do I have to click this? My computer's mad that my new monitor's not here yet. Good gracious. Let me close some more tabs. I mean, I have 32 gigs of RAM. I don't know what's wrong with this computer today. Billionaire boss backs charity gamers. There's Gabe. Now, this is from marlboroweekly.co.nz. So it's a New Zealand website. A billionaire, well, we know Gabe. He was invited to Blenheim for a gaming tournament. He sent his apologies and $500 for a good cause. Stranded in New Zealand after borders closed, gaming tycoon Gabe Newell, 57, was asked to a LAN party in Blenheim. And while the president of video game developer and digital distribution company Valve couldn't make it, he gifted the community organization money instead. The reporter Matt Brown helped organize Saturday's successful MAG LAN gaming event to raise money for Crossroads Marlborough, I guess you say that, charitable trust. So they were gaming for good, and good old Gabe, that big old smile at him. I like to see Gabe smile. I feel like he doesn't smile enough. Such an awesome dude for what he's created for all of us, even though we still don't have Half-Life 3. This is cool news. He couldn't make it over there, but he tossed a local community event, $500. Very cool of him. This was July 28th of 2020. Number 14, Starcraft II turns 10. It's hard to understate how important Starcraft II was in the history of esports. I don't want to go on a rant here, but following the implosion of the Championship Gaming Series in November of 2008, a date which will live in infamy in my personal life because it wiped me out. A lot of people were wondering, how in the hell is esports ever going to live through this? Is it ever going to come back? Two big things happened that really catapulted esports back on the right path. One was Twitch, and the other, in my personal opinion, was Starcraft II. It injected lifeblood into an esports scene that was desperate for such a community, such a game. And it was a perfect game at the right time. So happy birthday, Starcraft II. 10 years. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Blizzard is celebrating with an anniversary update for the game. I tried playing StarCraft II. I think I got to gold. Man, that game is hard. I have never seen anything like trying to multitask in a game of StarCraft II. But what an amazing game. The anniversary update adds new tools to easily create customized campaigns. So congrats to everyone from Blizzard, the devs, and everyone who has good old memories of the StarCraft II days. It was a great time in esports history. And, one could argue, and just, one take, that it was the peak of Blizzard and what they were capable of and what they could bring to the table. I mean, Overwatch is a good game and it's done well, but StarCraft II was just on another level. And sadly, Blizzard's lost a lot of the people that were involved in that project over the years. But happy birthday. Happy birthday with a big smile on Good News in Gaming, the StarCraft II, and the StarCraft community. Number 15, Xbox Series X games showcase trailers. Don't know how much time we want to spend on this, but I wanted to bring it to your attention. We're back on The Verge. You can watch the 18 biggest trailers from the Xbox Series X games showcase. Halo Infinite, we've talked about a lot lately. Fable, Forza Motorsports, and more. So they got them all lined up for us here, which I think is cool if you missed any of these.
We have always known war.
Does anyone else love trailers? I love trailers. Look at this. Amazing what we can do with graphics these days.
It forged our empire. Turned heroes into queens and kings. And decimated our foes.
Wow, that's a good shot.
Now our oaths are lost, forsaken.
This game looks cool, huh?
And you must face the monsters.
So this is Avowed. There's Fable. Forza, we know the racing game. Tetris Effect. Ooh, I don't think I saw this one. We love trailers on the show because I think new games and fresh blood running in the community is good. Oh man, is this a tearjerker trailer? Anyone play Tetris? Let us know in the comments. Man, I rocked Tetris back in the day. Okay. Are we gonna see any gameplay? Ah, it's a teaser. Ah, we're all connected. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling it. The Tetris Effect. Destiny 2 Beyond Light Stasis. What? Balan Wonderworld.
Life.
These little characters are really popular these days. I'm a little old to get it. This guy's head is a head. Oh, there's Polar Express. Like, what is that? A wondrous new 3D action platformer. Wow. Feeling like the Lego movie without Legos here. Anyway. Balan Wonderworld. Everwild Eternal. The Outer Worlds. Peril on Gorgon. Oh, hell, not Gorgon.
An abandoned research facility, and now shady corporate intrigue.
Marvel of the Gorgon asteroid.
They live on an asteroid? That doesn't seem safe.
Full of salacious secrets.
Salacious
And
secrets?
scandalous strangers.
Greetings, attractive patron. You are looking
Feel a little,
downright unlawful today.
massive.
With the right kind of case,
They wanted us to develop a miracle drug.
can put you on the wrong side of a
Oh,
gun.
there's a turn from Valorant.
Or sword.
Dude,
Or
was that
this
Stay Puft?
thing. Thrills.
Anyway, The Outer Worlds, Peril on Gorgon. You can check that out. These are all on The Verge. And I always think it's, ooh, Psychonauts.
Probably been a long time since you've had a visitor.
Why do you have your brain in a
I
jar?
hope you don't mind pop-ins.
Is that Grandma? What in the Sam hell is going on? Ugh. What is this?
Where are we?
It's a quiet place.
In the 60s, this is what they use LSD for.
Lost alone, neither skin nor bone.
Okay, now a light is singing.
Just a thought is all I've got. Now my cover's blown.
Okay.
At the bottom of
Definitely worth watching the rest of that one. Don't do drugs, kids. Okay? Dragon Quest, anyway. So there's a whole list of awesome new games that are coming, and I love trailers. I won't take all your time watching them. And this is on The Verge, and this is from the Xbox Series X Game Showcase. That's good news. Good news. We're almost done. Number 16. You guys know I had to put this in here. Anyone who follows me knows I've been a little addicted to Valorant lately. I've been raging a little bit because my monitor only gets 60 hertz. We're fixing that tomorrow. That's good news. My ping still stinks, but I'm going to work on it. See what I can get figured out here. Deathmatch mode finally came to Valorant today. I don't have any video of it. This is just a news article. It's about time. Yes, it is. The most requested feature in Valorant is arriving this week, a free-for-all. You go into the game, you don't have your abilities, you can pick whatever gun you want and frag out. It's what I've been calling for. Like, Spike Rush is terrible. The only good thing about Spike Rush is it takes 10 minutes, which is great. The normal game mode, of course, is awesome. It's the game itself, but not everyone has 45 minutes to sit down for each game. We needed some middle type of activity, and we needed deathmatch just to try different guns and practice without having to shoot bots in the range. Thank you, Riot. Hatip. Very, very excited to see deathmatch mode in Valorant. And my friends, We are to the last one. Number 17. We're back on Halo Infinite. Man, this makes a Good News of Gaming show quite often, huh? Anytime something is free, it's good news. Halo Infinite multiplayer will be will be free to play. This was 5 days ago. The multiplayer is getting a makeover. Halo Infinite multiplayer could be considerably different to other entries in Microsoft flagship series in terms of its resolution and frame rate. While Microsoft gave us the first look at the campaign, July 23rd, 343 Industries maintained tight lip on the details on the multiplayer. However, according to a tweet from the game's developer, Halo Infinite will run at 120 FPS and be free to play. Which I think they kind of have to do these days, but it's still good news. You know, then Halo can reach a larger audience that might not be able to afford the game or want to drop the full money on the game. Here we go. Halo's for everyone. We can confirm Infinite multiplayer will be free to play and support 120 FPS on the Xbox Series X. I think that's good news, my friends. I think that's very good news. Wait a minute. Thought I stopped at 17. Oh, we're in for a bonus episode. I'm going to be late to dinner. There's a new RPG that helps gamers learn Japanese. Pretty cool. I think it's good news. New RPG will help players learn Japanese. Rice Games announces development of a game that will teach players to learn and use Japanese while also enjoying an epic role-playing adventure. So now video games, on top of all the other cool things that we get from them, this is 19 hours ago, this is new, will teach you Japanese. How cool, just think about it. How good news is this? I always love learning new languages, but if you could play games and fully immerse yourself in it while learning a foreign language, brilliant. Brilliant, Rice Games. Hat tip from the Good News of Gaming show. Anyway, this is on GameRant.com if you'd like to see more. I think that's super cool, and it's good news. We're on to number 19. Then, we've mentioned this, I think, in episode 1 previously. A new video game 24-hour entertainment network. A new TV network aims to lure a generation brought up on video games, yeah, that's us, in the coronavirus era. Then, a new free-to-view TV network with original shows that focus on video games and esports launches Wednesday. It's hoping to capitalize on the huge swell in demand from the lockdown we've talked about on this show, how gaming is booming in 2020. Analysts say that Ven's launch couldn't be better timed, but its plan to expand to 24/7 live coverage could be a challenge. 24/7 live coverage is a huge piece to bite off. But hey, this guy, the co-founder and CEO Ariel Horn, looks very determined. Let's hope they do it. You know, more gaming content, a 24-hour network around games. There'll be some people that are cynical, maybe a little doubtful. I might be one of them. Hopefully it's not too cringe. Hopefully they stay true to the community, and hopefully they don't gloss over esports as an afterthought. But let's give them the benefit of the doubt. They're launching now. I think that's good news. I'm excited to see what they can bring to our community and to our ecosystem. So congratulations to everyone at Ven. As of today, it is now live. You can check it out on Twitch and other places. And I know they have a Twitter that I was following. So you can check that out. And I think that's very good news. Now for number 20, I put question marks. I need your help, fam. Tweet me links of Good News in Gaming. Come into our Discord and leave us links to Good News in Gaming. Good news is out there, but the way our world is set up, it's hard to find sometimes, and I have a limited amount of time to do it. I often have like an hour and a half over lunch to toss these outlines together. So number 20 is a question mark because I want your help. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. Send me some links to Good News in Gaming, recent news, so we're always at the cutting edge here. And thank you very much for watching. Click subscribe. Again, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And we'll be back probably in the next 2 weeks for more Good News in Gaming. Thanks for coming.